episode of the Freedom Tour podcast. To my left, we have the mastermind himself. Give it up for a big Kenny!
Throw up those quads.
Across from me at this side of the desk over here, we got that red boot wearing, a big collar flaring Rocky G.
Business is about to pick up. Hunka burning love.
To my right, the neighborhood celebrity. No, not Peter Parker. We're calling for a B-Rock.
Go Vols.
You mean you didn't know? You better ask somebody.
And you're listening to the Dub Man, and we're riding on the Freedom Tour.
Donald Dubs, the man of God. There is no other. He is the one and only, the man of God.
On the ones and twos.
Look, fellas, we got brand new digs. Oh, my goodness. We've got a brand new podcast table just for your viewing pleasure.
Digging it.
Brothers, sisters, beloved saints of God, I beseech you, come on and like and follow and share and get on the Freedom Tour bus. Let's go! From the Real Talk Studios in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up, fellas?
Man, I like this desk.
Man, I do too. Y'all have a good week.
I feel snazzy. I feel like I need to
Pretty fun.
tell them about tornadoes and thunderstorms.
Yeah,
and
me
things.
too,
It feels like it's a news desk.
There's going to be a code
Cat stuck up in a tree. and
No.
stuff, you know?
I'm announcing on ESPN. That's exactly what I'm doing.
There you go, man. Pat McAfee show.
What
I
you
like
doing
Pat
over there,
McAfee.
bro, CK?
Yeah.
Oh, just watching.
What's the score, brother, man?
It's on commercial right now. I think it's 21-13 Tennessee.
On
Go
Fridays, we wear
Vols.
orange.
Man, not me.
Donnie, we got two words for you. Go Vols.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. You're not going to sway me.
Go Vols.
But, you know.
But Donnie, what if you have a grandchild that grows up? You have this wonderful grandchild. You love him. He's got an arm like a rocket, and all of a sudden he's quarterback for the University of Tennessee. Are you not going to go to?
I've already got a hand crocheted elephant sitting in the crib right now waiting on the baby.
Ugh.
And I will go and see him or her, I guess.
With an
be
elephant?
him. Yeah, no. But I will be wearing. I'll be wearing.
Bro, I
crimson.
gotta know. What is the point of the Alabama elephant?
Yes. What?
Well, y'all got a dog named Smokey.
Okay,
But he's a smoky dog. He's a blue tick.
But he ain't a
hound.
volunteer.
From
That's
East
the same
Tennessee.
thing. What he volunteered to eat dog food and poop on the
He
field?
volunteered
we got
to chase
Davy
the
Crockett.
rabbits.
We got Davy Crockett too, baby.
Yeah,
I
man.
guess I can give you that.
I mean, what's the roll tide about the
I don't think
tusk
anybody.
rolls out?
I don't
mean,
anybody. It's the red tide or the crimson tide.
I'm
going
down with
away
the
on
red
it.
tide
but the-
Republicans.
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But an elephant?
Sorry,
I know that's the way it is. But a lot of teams are like that though. Like Oregon Ducks.
Okay.
What's the Ducks got to do anything?
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack,
I
baby.
guess.
Donald, baby.
I'm just trying to figure out the elephant with Alabama. There are no elephants in Alabama.
So,
Well,
Donnie,
anyways.
let me ask you a question, my brother. Could you pull up that beautiful beam footage and let us know who is in the Sweet 16, who's playing in March Madness, just in case nobody knows or probably haven't memorized?
No, not memorized, but there is already some teams who have made their mark into the Elite Eight.
Oh, who's that?
Florida,
Okay, did Alabama win?
they won.
Okay, because I know
whoa.
they went crazy from 3-point line.
They set a
They
record.
scored 113 points last
Oh, wow.
year.
25 3-pointers made
Oh, my
on
goodness.
51 shots attempted
Wow.
behind the arc.
You know what was crazy to me though when I saw the Sweet 16 was this: there was 7 SEC teams.
Yeah, man.
You could still have an SEC Final Four, correct? Are we still set up for that?
Currently, Ole Miss and Michigan State
no.
are playing.
Okay.
33-21.
Who got knocked out?
Because it's Duke and Arizona.
It's halftime.
Gotcha. Oh, Duke, brother Drew.
No, they knocked out Arizona.
Yeah. I'll have to look at the bracket. I don't have access to
I
the
got it
bracket.
right here.
My bracket got busted.
This
Oh,
is
man,
sweet.
mine's
This is
been
Sweet
broke.
16. Yeah, got Kentucky. It's 21-15
No,
Tennessee.
you can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it would be Duke. It could be Duke and then 3 SEC teams.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Duke
So
did.
is
I thought
brother
Duke- I thought
Drew.
Duke played Alabama.
Texas Tech beat Arkansas.
They do in the Elite Eight. I'm sorry. So it could be an SEC Final Four. It could be Auburn, Florida, Tennessee,
Alabama.
Bama.
Let's
yeah.
go. Could y'all imagine that? I'll be honest with you, man. I
I
think
wish I had my bracket in front of me.
I think Bruce Pearl's team is pretty high powered, pretty locked and
Dude,
loaded too, man.
I tell you what, whenever Rick Barnes,
Yeah.
whenever he retires, this is what
Aha.
some people may hate me for this. When Rick Barnes retires, which is probably gonna be the next 5 years because he's getting up in age, I'd go to Bruce Pearl.
And bring him back.
I'd give him a check and let him write the number on it.
Absolutely agree with you, B-Rock.
Well, you got to remember, when he left Tennessee, he didn't
Yeah.
want to leave.
Hey, he did not want to leave, man.
I'm
He
just
did
guessing.
not. He did not. And he was
But he's
so
a heck
good.
of a coach, dude. He's been so good at Auburn.
Yeah.
and I know us
He's
in
been good
Auburn,
everywhere he's been.
I know us and Auburn are kind of doing back and forth this year. They're a really good basketball team. But I'll tell you what, dude, I would bring him back. There's nobody else. He's already been a volunteer. He knows the culture. He knows what it's about on Rocky Top. So that's
Speaking of good coaches.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm sorry.
Tony V.
I'm sorry. When you say good coaches, Tony V. Baby, national championships last year. I'm calling it again. National champions again.
We
Book it.
repeating?
Big Kenny's done said it.
We repeating?
We're repeating.
Oh,
Hey, they're
man.
number one in the nation right now. They have won both of their SEC series to open the season.
Yep, we've only lost two games.
Look at this guy. This guy's a stud. But you know what? I want to say something. Though. We were talking about Bruce Pearl and basketball. You think about something. Bruce Pearl is actually the guy who really brought that swagger
To Tennessee.
and that mentality to Tennessee when he went to the women's basketball game. No shirt on.
Yeah.
Pat Summitt was still there, man. I was like,
Painted
this
his
dude
whole body.
is a stud. Now, Tony V is
He
on a whole
reminds
nother
me.
level. in
I'll
my
tell you what,
opinion.
though. If you guys, I've watched every basketball game this season. I've watched every baseball game this season and every football game this past season. Tony Vitello, before baseball season started, he was at every one of the basketball games. Kenny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, he was right in front of us at the Tennessee football game.
Yeah, when we
On the
went
sidelines.
On the sideline, he was on the sideline at Tennessee football game. When we
I
went.
just got to show that again. National champions, just in case y'all didn't know.
We
Donnie,
have waited since
Donnie,
1998 to
Donnie,
have
I'm
a
fine with
Donnie, that's
national
what a national
championship.
championship looks like. You
I'm
know
not
what
a
I'm saying?
typical-
Confetti and like everybody's having fun and stuff. You
Say
know what
that?
I'm saying?
Did you say that about Alabama?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while, man.
It might be a little bit. We
it's
know
gonna
what
be
it
a
looks
while,
like,
man.
though. We're still smelling them.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be
it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a little while
right now,
But
live update: 27-17 balls.
let's go, Vols!
8 minutes to go in
You
the
know,
first half.
guys,
It's so hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year.
It really
not
is,
saying
man.
not saying it's not possible,
But
it's
it's
just
hard.
hard to do.
It is.
it really is.
They got your game up at that point. They know what's up.
And y'all know that we love basketball. I love baseball, but guess what, guys? When basketball season is over and it starts getting a little later in the year, y'all know what time it is? It's football time in Tennessee. Let's go, baby!
Look, he's
on,
right beside
Donnie.
Donnie. He's
Come
rubbing
on,
off on
Donnie.
him.
Come
Have you
on,
ever,
Donnie.
Donnie, did you ever think you'd be that close to a big orange tea?
Donnie looks good in orange, man. I'm just gonna
Big
be
orange
honest
glass
with
of
you.
tea, maybe.
I mean,
Hey, okay. Speaking of football, now this doesn't pertain to
Yeah.
college.
Yeah.
NFL. Donnie, I want to know something.
What's that, buddy?
The New York Giants, which I don't think is a very smart move, went out and signed Russell Wilson. Not good. I'm sorry if you're listening to GM at the Giants. Not a good move. Donnie, how much are they paying him on a 1-year deal? If you can find that for me.
oh, the Giants did get Russell
yeah.
Wilson.
So you
Okay.
reached an agreement to join the New York Giants. The team announced Wednesday the 36-year-old quarterback, which
Wow.
that's still for a quarterback.
Yeah,
as long as you
I
don't,
mean,
as
He's
long as
still
your
got 4
line ain't
years.
letting you
Yeah.
get beat
4
up.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
36-year-old quarterback is reportedly guaranteed $10.5 million for a 1-year deal. He can make as much as $21 million if he reaches his
Wow.
incentives.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, if you're listening, you sign me for $1 million. I'll come do the same thing he does. Go
That's
to
right.
the other team.
That's right.
But you know what? 5 years ago, to have gotten Russell Wilson for
Was a big-time deal.
$10 million for 1 year, that would have
Yes.
been
Russell
insane.
Wilson has fallen off. He's not who
They
he
all
used to
fall
be.
off.
watch what you say. He's a big fan. He watches the show all the
He's
time.
an avid
Avid
listener,
listener.
from what I've heard.
Russell Wilson, I know you're a man of
Him,
God. I
Jelly
appreciate
Roll.
that.
Yeah, he's a Christian.
I appreciate
Zach
that.
Cobb. I mean, the
But
list
you're
goes
not
on
worth
and
$10
on.
million.
Hank Williams Sr.
Yeah. Speaking of which, man, I am really going to, I guess, pound home the point tonight, that, we want you. We need you. We need followers. We need people to like this. We need people to share this. We need people to subscribe. So here's what Big Kenny is going to do. I'm crazy tonight.
What you gonna do, Big
because
Kenny?
it's March Madness time. Now listen very closely.
Put on your listening ears.
If you will go and like and follow the Freedom Tour podcast page on Facebook. We have 274 members right now, okay? If you will go like that, share that, follow that,
Share an episode. Do whatever you want to do. Share
whatever you
something
wanna
off
do.
the page. Yeah.
go subscribe to YouTube also. It's free. Subscribe where you can hear us and listen to us on YouTube. When we hit 1,000 on the Facebook page, followers, $500 cash giveaway. $500. All you got to do is go like, share, follow.
Facebook.
Like, share, follow.
And subscribe.
Like, share, follow, subscribe.
Yep.
And
We'll
when
put
we
your name in
hit
your hat.
1,000, we're going to put all the names.
When we pull your name, we're gonna look for you on YouTube too. So don't be trying
Hold
to
on a
skip
minute.
us there.
I follow. Am I eligible?
Absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not.
You're
Okay, so you've got a 1 in 997 chance
Well,
because
and none of
or
us
996.
can. Yeah,
you
none of us can. So, like I said, we need your help, guys. Seriously, this is more than a bunch of clowns talking on some microphones. I'm being dead serious.
Right.
God really put this on my heart, man. We really got our social media stuff going this week. This is a ministry. This is a ministry. Yes, we have fun and we're going to have a good time and we're going to laugh. We're going to cut up with
Tons
y'all.
of guests.
We're not going to beat you over the head with the Bible. It's not that, but we're going to point you to Jesus. We're
Amen.
going to love you. We're going to love on you. Hey, if you need something, you can call us. If you need prayer, you can ask us. We're going to pray for you. Donnie, what's that email address? So if they need prayer, we'll pray for them.
You can send any prayer request that you've got to freedomtour836@gmail.com. freedomtour836@gmail.com.
And while we're at this, I feel it pressed on my spirit. While we're at this, nobody knew I was going to do this. If you don't have a home church, we would love to have you come to church with us. Studio today, want to give you a personal invite to come to church with us Sunday at the Ministry Center.
Services at 9 o'clock.
At 11 a.m.
Sunday school's at 10.
Address is 1007 Hartsville Pike. Hey, we'd love to see y'all there, and you can come as you are, and you can sit beside me.
Or you can sit beside me. Either way, come on out.
That is the Ministry Center at 1007 Hartsville Pike. If you don't have a home church, we'd love to see you there. You can come as you are, and we're going to welcome you just like that. Amen.
Yeah.
In case you hadn't seen, we're stepping everything up a notch and really trying to move forward. We want to be able to reach as many people as possible. Ain't that right, Rocky G?
Absolutely. I mean, we've invested in updating our studio. We've got a few more upgrades on the way.
On the way.
You know, Big Kenny's got some ministry opportunities. So, you know, if you're in the area, you can check him out, follow those, check out his Facebook page and things like that. He'll keep you updated on that. There is a 60 Seconds with Brother Kenny Daily Devo.
Every single day.
And there are even some opportunities that, you know, the Dub Man and myself, we even open up for Big Kenny every once in a while.
Absolutely. Hey, man, we minister together. We don't only hang out. We're not only friends. We're ministering together. We're doing what God has assigned us and appointed us to do. That is our mission, to share Jesus. Hey, like I said, man, I don't know it all. We don't know it all, but I can tell you one thing. I know the one who doesn't. His name is Jesus.
Absolutely.
And man, our mission is to share him and to share his love for you.
Absolutely.
And us. The same love he showed me, he'll show you. All you gotta do is call upon his name. Speaking of which, guys, I wanna move on just a little bit and introduce our guest tonight, my oldest son. I'm not gonna call him by his name, not his government name. The prodigal son, Matthew Dillon.
Yeah, we gotta do the generic hand clap. Hold on, I was gonna say something real quick.
Generic.
You kind of threw me off a little bit when you was talking about, you know, Jesus and introducing our guest. I thought,
Sorry if I said. We're going to introduce our guest, the prodigal son, Matthew Dillon.
Hey, I appreciate Matthew. Matthew was over helping us out, man. We had 100+ pounds saved. He just yanked that joker up, carried out the truck, so you need some help. He said, no, I got it. I said, I'm good. Glad you do got it, because I really didn't want to help you. I ain't going to lie. That's a big joker, and he just manhandled that, man. And then I looked over here, and I was reading his tattoo on his arm. He's got some really cool tattoos, and I thought it said wieners on his arm.
It didn't. We figured that out.
No. And
don't.
I thought it was about winners and guillotines, and it says winners and quitters. So
yeah,
but I'm just old, I guess. So Matthew, tell everybody about yourself and those and about those lips on his neck, man.
Hey, this is Matthew Dillon. This is my father, Kenny, and I'm joining the Freedom Tour.
Hey, cold-blooded, man.
And
got him.
That's about it.
All right,
where do you work, Matthew?
Yeah,
I work at Mayhem.
Okay.
Matthew, tell them what your hobbies are. Stay on that mic. Tell them what your hobbies are.
How about them Vols?
Watching the Vols, and you know, I mean, I do heating and air every day, which I really I really like sometimes. I really don't like sometimes. But
I mean, you work for your dad. What do you expect?
and yeah, that's basically really all my hobbies. Other than I do coach a softball team now for the 4 to 6 year old girls.
Let's go.
And they are
That's
Mayhem
awesome.
Mechanical sponsored.
That's
so
awesome.
Hopefully, we'll win a state championship this year.
Don't you have like your niece on there?
I have we have a niece, and we also have I have my 2 daughters, and then my son
awesome.
might actually have to play, and he's only 3 right now.
Yeah, they don't have enough kids.
So you got a wife and kids.
Yeah, I have a fiance.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
what's her name? Introduce her.
Her name's Kayvon Ware.
Kayvon,
she will
what's
be a
up,
Kayvon
baby?
Dillon though soon.
Hey, listen, here's the way it is.
She's awesome.
For everybody that's listening out there, I have done told Matthew, if something happens between him and Kayvon, he gone, she's staying. That's just the way it is. She's a sweetheart.
Dang.
I love her. Miss Kayvon, I love you, baby. She changed my son's life. I love that girl.
They probably move her in if something happened, honestly.
Absolutely would move her in. As a matter of fact, I'll move you out of wherever you live and move her. Just keep her there. But she's great. He's got beautiful children. Man, they've got a good thing going on. Like I said, he's giving back with ball. I'm really proud to see that as a father, to be able to see him
his
coach.
footsteps, baby.
In the footsteps. He'll never be the coach I was. But anyways, I mean, you got to start, somewhere.
We don't take second place awards.
Yeah,
okay?
we
I love it.
don't.
I love it.
Place.
But Matthew was so nervous, guys. If y'all know Matthew,
I still am nervous.
He's a real confident person. So I'm going to go ahead and break this ice real quick. Like, Matthew is a character, okay? And I'm going to throw something on him and just see if he recognizes this, because I've got a very funny story I wanted to tell about Matthew. Matthew, do you recognize this?
Yeah, that looks like probably Widener, Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, see, when Matthew turned 18 years old, I was like, Matthew, come to the family business. Stay in the family business. He was running buck wild, man, like we all do when we're young. And he's like, no, Dad, I love this girl. We're going to move to Arkansas. And, man, I got me a farm job down here working on a combine. And there's what a combine is. Matthew couldn't even drive a truck. There's no way he was driving this thing, okay? And then he's like, they're going to pay me
You knew this was coming.
He's like, they're going to pay me $1,200 a week. And this is what Arkansas looks like, okay? It's real muddy. It's duck hunting country. I mean,
Yeah, duck hunting capital of the world, I
it's
think.
duck hunting capital of the
is.
world.
Yeah, it is.
So he says, hey, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to do this, that, and another, and I'm going to work on these big combines. And, man, they've got this big job
The
for
battery
me.
switch is actually underneath the combine, so I did work on it.
Okay, I got you. So you did work on it. But anyways, so he's down there, man, and he's like, I'm doing good. I'm making $1,200 a week. And I don't know, a few weeks go by, we didn't hear from him very much. And all of a sudden he calls his mom's like, hey, you think you send me some grocery money? I thought, grocery money? This dude's making $1,200. He's making more money than I am, supposedly. I mean, we sent him nothing, So, anyways, man, his mom's crying every night. Manny, I love you, but I can tell the story. Crying every night, praying, please send Matthew home. That's why we call him the prodigal son. Please send him home. Please send him home. So, anyways, man, some time goes by, and because he left, and I'm not going to lie to you, it was estranged, man. We'd had an argument and a fight, and he left. That was part of it. And so, anyways, one night I'm laying in the bed and the phone rings. I hadn't heard from this sucker in like 5 weeks. Phone rings. I pick up the phone. I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey man, could you come get me? I'm outside of Memphis, or I'm in Arkansas, which is right outside of Memphis. He's like, I want to come home. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I just hung up the phone. So he calls back. He's like, hey, would you come get me? I said, no, I'm in bed. I'm not coming to get you. So I hang up the phone. He calls his mom. She's laying beside of me. And she's like, hey,
You know how to
Matthew.
do it.
Yeah. And he's like, Mom, would you come get me? She said, no, Matthew, your daddy spoke. He said he'll call you in the morning and let you know. And he's like, huh? And so she hung up the phone, man, and this was hard because, I mean, we really wanted him home. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I told him, I said, you call me at 5:30 in the morning and we'll talk. Man, it was like 5:29. This sucker ain't never been up that early this whole life.
Never.
He calls me up and he's like, Dad, hey, what's up, buddy? And I'm like, hey, what's up, son? And he's like, you think you could
He's
come?
working it.
You think you could come get me? I said, absolutely not. He's like, what do you mean, no? I was like, no, but I tell you what I'll do, son. I have bought you a Greyhound ticket. The Greyhound bus station's 8 miles from where you are. I don't care how you get there. You've got 30 minutes to get there or you've missed the bus, okay? So anyways, he makes it. I don't know how he did it, hitched a ride or whatever. How did you make it?
I got a taxi over there so like they actually had taxis in Memphis.
Okay. So he gets there, and man, I go to the Greyhound bus station that night, and if you've ever rode a Greyhound, it's a very diverse group of folks. I mean, it's very
especially Memphis.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
it
and
it was like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah,
so like
it's
in
bad.
a car, it's like 4. You
Yeah.
know? But on the Greyhound, 8 hours.
Yeah.
long drive. So
Smells good in there, though, don't it?
oh yeah,
No.
when we get to Nashville to pick him up, this is what he rolls in on.
It's like a prison bus.
That's what he rolls up on. And I'm like,
It's such a comfort. Wait. It's such a comfort to take the bus and leave the drive-in to us.
And I love this. Could you get on the bus?
He could. He didn't want to, I don't think, when he got on there.
But he gets on there. So anyways,
Get off.
man, I'm looking at this crowd coming off the bus, and man, it is a mix of characters, okay? I'm talking about from Gangster Nip to Willie Nelson to the Marlboro Man, you name it. I mean, this is a group. So he gets to the trunk of the car, and he's like, hey, Daddy's wanting to love him. I'm like, put your stuff in the car. Let's go. I just opened up the trunk and slammed the trunk, you know? So he gets in, and I'm like, driving. He's like, hey, how's everything been? And I'm giving like the hard dad thing. And his mom's back there the whole time. The prodigal son's home. The prodigal son's home, you know? So anyways, he's like, we get going down the road. He's like, you think we could get something to eat? And I thought, he back. So yeah, man,
And I was hungry, man.
Yeah, you just rode 8 hours.
They wouldn't have no snacks on that bus.
Hey,
They had snacks, but it wasn't nothing I wanted to eat.
Matthew, tell us about the bus ride, man. Tell us about it.
All right, so when I got on the bus, I already knew that, like, when I looked around, I was like, this is going to be bad. Because, like, I look and I'm
When
like,
was this?
this was probably
He was
2017.
17 years old.
Oh, 2017.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I looked on the bus, and I'm trying to, like, figure out who everybody is.
Right. You
I'm
gotta
like,
you gotta scope, bro.
So-
Who's my enemies? Who's gonna come fight
Yeah.
me? You know, I
I'm
feel
trying
you.
to size up everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I think
Size 'em up.
if I get this guy, I'll better take the next one. too.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and
They got the most dangerous guy first.
we take off, and there's like multiple stops, like a bunch of stops on the way. And 2 hours in on our first stop, they said, we smell weed on the bus.
You can say weed. We don't smoke it, but you can say it.
All right,
I
well,
mean,
they
you
said
know.
they smell weed on the bus.
Illegal substance.
Yeah, illegal substance. Yeah.
So they, like, the driver actually
Cheech-a-chong.
calls the cops.
No
so the
way.
cops actually get on the bus, and they're
Wow.
searching
Searching?
everybody.
They search you?
And they're like, yeah, because one
They
woman
searched.
looked
Wait
at
a minute.
me.
Let me stop you. They searched a bus that just came from Memphis
for
for
marijuana.
smelling
Yes.
like an illegal substance.
Yes, yes.
The devil's lettuce.
And this woman had looked at us, and it was like, I believe it's them right there.
Are you serious?
And I was like, it's not me. I was like, I'm just trying to get home. I cannot
me go
stand
home.
this. Let me
My
get
home is Nashville. Get me to Nashville.
Get me off of here right now.
Mama!
That's why he was hungry when he got there.
Dude was hot. He was hot. Hey, man.
That's why he was trying to live on you.
Dude, listen. Everybody got out of that bus was absolutely sketchy. They were suspect
Oh,
or
man.
running from something.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. So, finish up that story about that bus ride.
All right, so we do the, the cops get on the bus,
Yeah.
and then they search everybody.
Right.
Well, then we make I feel like it's like 8 more stops because they
Jeez,
stop in like every other town. And the whole way there, I'm like, man, I'm just ready to get home. I want to go lay in a bed. So,
Did you ever get to like pee?
well,
was there
they
a
had the
bathroom?
bus. So, like the bus stops, they had a station there, but I was like, I was nervous, so I didn't even want to get off the bus.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to meet nobody else. Like, I'm done. So, we get to Nashville, and he plays tough ball, but he was
Absolutely.
he was crying the whole time. He played one on y'all, but I was just happy to be back.
Yeah.
To be in a more familiar
Home.
place. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Is them lips on your neck from the guy sitting by you on the bus?
That's a good question.
No.
That's a good.
No. I was gonna say yeah, but no.
Hey, if you could just right about right there.
Yeah, right there.
I just need wait. I just want to make sure. Wait, don't touch it. Don't touch it till we
Yeah.
get back to Nashville.
He got them later in life. But believe it or not, man,
I'm just messing.
like those lips are like a subject of conversation everywhere he goes. We was doing a service call not long ago for this old lady, man, bless her heart, and she's got all kinds of money, bruh, and she was like, "You want me to put another set of lips on the other side, on the other side of your neck?" Look,
All I had to do was fix her generator.
yeah, he fixed her. He got her power
fixed it all
going.
right.
Yeah, he
He's
got
like,
her.
you ain't got a Columbine out back, do you?
Yeah, he got her power going, and she was like,
Or Columbine.
you want another set of lips on your neck? And I thought, oh my goodness.
Were you with him, Kenny?
Oh, no, I was not. But Cody, his partner in crime here, was like, man, she wanted Matthew. And I thought,
Look, I had already texted my fiance and told her like what was going to happen in order for us to make more money. So she understood.
Gotcha.
Did you ask the older lady, hey, do you draw a check and are you okay with just cuddling?
Melanie thought that was hilarious. Melanie said it to me the other night, bro. She thought that was hilarious. Hey, before we go on this commercial break, Matthew, I do want to do one thing. Hey, guys, if you're not aware, we have a crusade coming to Lebanon. It's going to be at the football field, the Cumberland football field, which is the old Lebanon High School football field. Go Tell America with Rick Gage, telling the good news. It's basically like the redneck Billy Graham crusade. I mean, let's just call it like it is. This is a smaller scale. He even says it in his book, man. I read it. I read. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I read the Bible.
Yeah, I heard that. So anyways, this is going to be an awesome crusade. It's going to be an opportunity, man, to get a lot of lost folks there. May the 4th through May the 7th. They just had this in Denham Springs,
I was fixing to say, tell them how many.
Louisiana.
The stats are amazing.
1,300 professions of faith, 620 at the youth rally that they had there. That is almost 2,000 people that made a profession of faith in 4 days in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And if Denham Springs can do it, so can we. What y'all think? Amen. We need y'all support. We need time. Hey, I'm just going to tell y'all something. We need money to make this thing happen. And I'm not trying to peddle the gospel. I ain't that guy. But it takes money to put on an event like this. Hit me up, please. If you're wanting to help with this, we need your help. Time, money, and prayers. And if you can't do anything, at least pray, please. Hey, we're going to take a break right here, and we'll be right back. All right, folks. Hey, I got another prodigal son story. I cannot let him go without telling this. I am sorry.
Buddy.
Matthew Dillon decides one night that he's going to get hammered drunk, okay?
I plead the fifth.
I mean, hammered now. I talked his girlfriend into getting him over to the Waffle House, right?
This
When he gets
pre-Jesus,
there-
by the way, everybody. Pre-Jesus.
Yeah, pre-Jesus. When I get there, I pull in behind him, block him in. I look in the back of the truck, man. There's like 2 cases of beer just empty. Okay, gone. Like gone. He's with this guy, and I'm thinking, well, this guy had to buy the beer, right? So I jump out with this stick, and I'm like, I'm about to bust y'all's heads, you know? I'm going to get on the ground. This dude gets on the ground. Comes out, he's 16. I'm sorry, man. He was 16 years old. I guess they got the beer. I mean, you ain't going to say the name. But anyways,
I know where they got it.
Matthew's sitting there.
gonna
Matthew's
say.
sitting there, and he's like, looking at me, and I'm like, what you thinking? I'm giving the Hodag grill. You know, I'm going down the drill. You know, what you think? He's like, he looks up at me. He's like, what are you going to do about it anyways? Oh, dude, when he did, I cranked the stick. And when I went to crank the stick, man, he jumped up and took off on me, and I missed his legs. So I take off running, and my pants fall down, man, because I'm not wearing a belt. I'm trying to jerk my pants up, you know. So, man, anyways, somebody called the law because I got into it with a few guys because the stick hit this guy's van. He comes out. I'm about to fight him and 6 of his buddies with this stick. I'm out there like Bruce Lee. Y'all want some of this? And anyways, it was nutty.
You like that?
You like that?
Matthew's gone.
So one of my buddies pull up, man, who's a cop, and he's like, Kenny, what's going on? I'm like, man, Matthew took off. Well, what they didn't know was Matthew back in the day wore them white shoes, man, so he could float, right? You know what I'm saying? But Matthew,
That's the cleanest shoes I've ever seen in my life.
Anyways,
bro.
hey, man, this guy right here is the guy that's running, okay? But anyways,
Look at that drip.
so
Something happened. to
he
me or something. I'm
he
a lot
takes off,
heavier.
man. He takes off, and he's barefoot. barefoot. That's the thing. He done ran out of his shoes.
It started in a pair of Sperry's first.
Yeah, he was in Sperry, so he takes
That's
off
not
running.
much better. I'll be
It's
honest
not
with
much
you.
It's
better.
not, no padding.
He takes off running. He goes across. He circles Waffle House, and we didn't see it. He
Waffle House
goes-
in Lebanon?
Yeah, dude, yeah, right on South Cumberland. He goes over across 231. Well, behind the Exxon Tiger Mart, nobody knows this. There's about a 10 or 15 foot drop off
Yeah.
to the creek. He says he's running and looks like Wile E. Coyote. He runs out of real estate and he says he goes straight down into the creek bed. He's so drunk and loose, though, didn't hurt nothing, didn't break nothing.
I actually laughed a little bit.
He
I
laughed.
said,
He said it sobered him up, right? So he takes off running. He's running through the creek, down the road. He's crawling through the cemetery, trying to stay away from us. We're looking all over town for him. This dude ended up making it 7.5 miles
To where?
to out on Coast Ferry where his girlfriend was living. 7.5 miles.
Coles Ferry?
Coles Ferry Village.
No shoes on. His feet were so blistered he couldn't walk for 2 weeks from where he had ran. So we always call it the legend of Matthew. That's why he's the prodigal son, man. He just took off. Matthew, what do you remember about that?
So how it happened was I actually had dropped off my phone. Look, so 10 o'clock that morning, I'd actually started drinking. And I was in a deer stand, and it was kind of crazy. So I drank a...
That's about the most Lebanon thing.
That's about the most legend thing ever.
I
You know what I'm
drank
saying?
way too much, but
Yeah.
I had started off
And we're not
drinking
promoting
liquor.
drinking. We're just
No,
telling
no,
a
no.
story,
Pre
guys.
Jesus,
Yeah,
pre-Jesus.
pre-Jesus.
Man, I went out, and I was like, this is going to be a bad night. So I stopped at a store, and I got like 2 cases of Natty Ice. So I got set up. I had dropped my phone off at a friend's house, and I was like, if anybody texts this, do not answer. I said, I'm not going home tonight. I said, it's going to be a long night. So
It sure was.
my friend that's in the car with me gets a text like, hey, we know you're with
Running.
Matthew. Tell him to come to the Waffle House. I'm feeling sick. So at the time, that's where my ex had lived. So, my ex had worked. That's where she
Your
worked.
ex
at.
lived in
Yeah,
Waffle
lived in
House?
Waffle House.
She might as well.
Yeah.
But we pull up to the Waffle House, and
If you have any questions or any concerns, you can just set those at Big Kenny at Freedom.
Donnie's
I'm
got
just
the
kidding with you.
email,
I'm
yeah,
just kidding
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
so we pull in, and then all of a sudden I see a truck pull in behind us, or I think he had a Dodge Charger at the time.
Dodge Charger.
At the time. I'm like, I got set up.
Yeah.
So he gets out, he is going crazy. And I'm like sitting there, and I don't even know what to think because I'm already
You're
past
gone.
the point. Yeah, I'm gone. Like, I can't think straight. So he gets out, and I say something to him, and then I just took off running because he swung the stick at me.
I sure did. I was trying to hit you in the legs.
So I actually, before the Tiger Market,
Kneecap him.
yeah, I was going to
Tanya
break
Harding.
his legs. Yeah.
before the Tiger Market, I had actually jumped a barbed wire fence at Walmart, and that's where I lost my shoes, my Sperry's. So
He's
there's a
still
back
looking for
part.
those things.
There's a back part, and I was like, man, I got to get over this. I said, I'm just gonna jump it. So I had jumped it. All right, so I'm crawling through the woods now. Like, do y'all know where Wendy's is on
South Cumberland.
South Cumberland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know the wood line back there, right?
Yeah.
So I see the headlight. I think I see the headlights like flashing through there looking for me. So I'm like crawling through the leaves. I'm like, I'm going full G.I. Joe
You're just
right
saying
here.
all kind of stuff. That's what's going on.
Marine.
I'm not getting caught tonight. So I actually make a circle, and I actually see them at Waffle House still. So that's when I was like, they're still there. I got to run across the street now. Didn't even look for traffic or anything. I just ran, and I hit that at the Tiger Market. I hit the bottom of that. I fell straight down and hit it, and I just got straight back up, and I was like, I'm good now. So,
It didn't kill me, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
the cemetery was that is true. I did crawl through the cemetery, and it was actually pretty creepy, honestly.
I see dead people.
So
Did anybody grab you?
no, nobody grabbed me actually, but so I'm crawling through there, and I don't have no shoes, and I do end up making it to Coles Ferry Village.
That's a long way, brother.
7.5 miles. No
man,
shoes.
No. Actually, 7.5 miles after he'd already run one direction, another
Yeah,
couple
he
of
ran a
miles.
mile one other way and then came back. Yeah.
So basically after that, I get to the house I'm supposed to be at, and there's an ambulance there for my ex's father or uncle. And I'm like, man, this is just a crazy night. So I call my granddad, and he comes to pick me up, and I end up at his
Enabler.
house. and that was just the end of the story.
Yeah, it was not the end of the story. But anyways, we're gonna leave that
not gonna
part
talk
out.
about
But
that.
anyway,
Leave the rest
yeah, we're gonna leave the rest of that stuff out. So Matthew, let me ask you a quick question, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I know where you've been. You know where you've been. Tell the folks how good God's been to you, and look at this beautiful little family that He's blessed you with.
That's awesome.
God has been really great, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we the family has been through a lot of stuff, you know, and
Right.
for the people that know me, people know what I've came from and how long it's took me to get to this point, you know. And I always thought to myself, like, it's not. I always thought that it's just the person in you. You got to change for yourself.
Yeah,
Like some people have it and some people don't have it. But you got to change for yourself. But God really helped me change, and he worked his magic with my family for sure. And I am blessed to have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids.
beautiful kids. I know they're my grandbabies. Them babies pretty.
My little Patrick Mahomes right there.
I hope he is.
He's gonna make probably mega millions one day playing baseball or whatever
I
he
hope
wants
so.
to do.
Or he's gonna be a pastor. I mean, he looks like a preacher
I mean,
already.
he could be
you
a
know what I'm
model
saying?
or something. But
Yeah. But beautiful kids. Matthew, tell them where you're going to church at.
I'm actually going to the ministry center, and
Hey, if you don't make it Sunday, what about Wednesday?
And for those of you who don't know, because we haven't talked about this in a while, I am the student pastor there. So if you have kids 6th to 12th grade, you can come be with me and my wife. And we have a great, lively, thriving youth group there. And I get to do ministry with these 4 gentlemen that sit with me. It's just a blessing. So different ministries.
I
but
do 20s and 30s, and we have great class on Wednesday nights, man. Have a lot of fun, have a lot of functions going on, and trying to build it up and grow it within the church, and also help out with Rocky G over here on worship every single Sunday. We have a great time.
I'll tell you what, though, just listen to Matthew talk for a second. What I appreciate is no matter how long it took you to get to where you are, you're there. Doesn't matter if it took you 10 years, doesn't matter if it took you 20 years, you're there. God has been good no matter everything that you've been through, and He has seen every struggle. He's seen every night. He's seen every lonely time where you were in your life, but you're where you're supposed to be right now. And that's all that matters.
As a dad, I'm not your dad, obviously, but as a dad, I know how it feels. You know, you
He just can't stop smiling.
It's like I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And we love seeing you there on Sunday. Believe me, we're going to be sitting over there by you. We did a little shift here this past week.
They sit like 3
We're
rows behind me.
running that side.
Freedom Tour running that side of Ministry Center. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that left side, that corner side
stacked.
right there,
Yeah,
it's stacked.
Yeah.
We got it locked down.
Yeah,
we
a lot down. But as a dad,
Yes,
I am
yes.
proud of it. And I'm proud of seeing where he is now.
And that's a testament on you give it to God, let God handle it, stay in prayer, fervent prayer, and watch what happens.
And
Promises will come true.
And one thing I want to say too is this: parents, if you're home, and I joke about the prodigal son thing, but if you're at home tonight and you're watching this or you're listening to this, ever how you may see it, and you've got a child who's went wayward and they're not doing what you want them to do, hey, listen. Just keep praying about it. Yeah. That's what me and Melanie did. We just kept praying, kept believing, kept praying, kept believing. And it didn't happen when we wanted it to. If it would have, it'd been overnight.
Yes, sir.
But you know, though, the things that he's went through has grown him into the man that he is.
Right. And the father.
And the father is, and the worker he is. And God put his hedge of protection around him. And hey, there's some things he's went through that hey, man, he made some decisions, but you know what, though? God has walked him through and led him through and held him through the fire time and time after again. And now he sits here tonight. Hey, man, he could be anywhere on Friday night. He's here with us talking about sports, talking about church, talking about these beautiful, again, these are my grandbabies, beautiful grandbabies. And I'm just proud of who he is and what he's done, man.
It's awesome, man.
Well, and, and as a parent, too, and as a dad, I can tell you this. There are a lot of times, piggybacking off what Big Kenny said, don't get too discouraged if your kids aren't doing the right thing.
Yeah.
There is a level of trust that you have to have in God, because no matter how much I raised my boys in church, no matter how much I prayed with them, no matter how much Bible stories I read with them, I can't be with them every minute of every day.
That's right.
But we
God
serve
can.
a God
Amen.
that not just sees their steps, but He orders their steps.
Man, that's good.
And I gave my boys to God
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Amen. Amen. Man, I agree with that. I mean, we serve a God, not a can God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Donnie, I know you've got some interesting things you'd like to ask Mr. Matthew, and he don't know what's coming.
Hello, Matthew.
Well, yeah, pull it to you, Matthew.
Lock,
Pull it to you.
lock him in.
Lock in.
And I'm going to let you three ask because I'm his dad. I'm going to let y'all ask the questions.
Go ahead and hit him with that first one.
I got it.
Okay.
I got you. Matthew, Mayhem Mechanical. I don't know what your official title is, but I know you work on everything. So,
Prodigal son, we just went through that.
no.
Yeah, Prodical son.
I'm just joking.
Farmer.
Farmer.
Matthew, if you
Worker.
y'all are wrong.
Blister wearer.
If you were not doing what you're doing right now, as in working with Mayhem Mechanical, that kind of stuff, what would you be doing?
Anything. I'm gonna tell you what.
Anything.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, no, money's not an
Okay,
issue.
so
Snap your
money's
fingers,
not
it's
the
done.
limit.
Yeah.
Whatever. I
Yeah.
mean,
What would you be doing if
are
you
we
weren't-
making up like something like
Like a job, occupation.
occupation?
Like if you weren't working
it's like,
at HVAC.
are we talking about realistic?
No,
or-
No,
it can be
you
anything.
can be doing
Anything.
anything.
Oh, if I was doing anything, I would have like stayed in school and like been a professional baseball player or something. But I did not
Yeah.
have the athleticism to do that. But I also didn't have the grades either. So
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
There you go. That's true. That's
He's his
transparent right
mama's.
my mom's smarter. Man. What are you talking about?
there. Hit him with that question too.
All right, question 2. And you're not this far removed from this, so this, be pretty relevant. And you'd probably have real good advice. What is one thing that you would tell your 15-year-old self?
Tie your Sperry's tighter.
No doubt.
No, I'm just kidding with you.
Don't run.
Don't go to Arkansas.
Yeah, don't
Arkansas,
run.
yeah.
So,
All right, what I would tell my 15-year-old self
yeah.
if I knew. Okay,
Yeah.
If you knew what you
yeah.
know now.
Yeah.
I would just tell my 15-year-old self that I should have buckled down and listened to the two people that love me most.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, that's a good answer. You want to race?
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe.
don't blame you, brother.
Yeah,
Don't blame
hey.
you. Donnie, hit with that
pretty
last
good.
one. This last one.
All right, hit you with this last question. What? Excuse me. If you had a chance to hop in the Freedom Tour time machine, and we say the Freedom Tour time machine's got unlimited sweet tea and push button reverse to bring you on back. If you had a chance to hop in the Freedom Tour time machine, and you could go anywhere that you wanted to go at any time you wanted to go, anything. Sky's the limit. Where would you go?
Any time in history.
Anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere, anytime, for anything.
Anything.
That's actually a hard question.
It stumps
like
everybody.
I mean, I would love to like.
Some people hit it right off the bat because like they
Yeah.
think about it all the time or something. It hit me too.
I mean, I would love to go sit and watch, Tennessee beat Alabama 52-49, but I don't want to hop in.
You're gonna
there.
waste
That's-
the time machine.
You gonna
to do
waste
that,
the
though?
time machine on that?
That's not no count, but the time machine. So we're going.
You can go
Anywhere.
forward or
Time.
backward. No,
Yeah.
backwards. Only backwards because we don't know what happens forward, I guess.
You
Yeah.
can go back, see a Dolly Parton concert, whatever you want
Yeah.
to do.
Ugh.
Elvis.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we
said
had
it.
to have
That's our
the
weekly.
That's
I
the
gotta
weekly.
think about
Ugh.
this one.
You got like 5 seconds.
Let's see here. Where would I go? Oh, okay. I mean, probably the 2004 World Series, Boston Red Sox.
Wow.
Winning
There
it
you go.
all. Pedro Martinez.
Love it.
Well,
That's
I can
interesting.
handle it.
That's actually.
Can I change my official answer?
Yeah.
It's been like 2 months.
That is
We
actually.
need to ask it again. That's
Yeah.
You know where I want to go?
Where?
Dugout. Last year, 2024 national champions.
Woo! 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 No, the wrong
No,
one.
not the bus.
Oh,
You didn't want to get on a
I
Greyhound.
was doing good.
Yeah.
Hey,
I want to be right
He
there in
went
that picture.
everywhere.
That's where I want to be.
Hey man, these thumbnails are so small. I'm like,
Hey, do like this.
bro.
That's what you do. And it makes them.
Hey,
hey guys, sorry, we're still learning, right?
I would tell you all this though when you were asking the Dub Man about what he would do if his grandkids or whatever decided
Yeah.
they wanted to go to the University of Tennessee. Like,
What
Brock,
if your grandkids want to go to Alabama?
well, I'm about to talk about that. Just hold on a minute. Why you? Man, I always got your back. Why are you trying to put me? Man, come on, don't put me on Front Street. Anyways, I was actually going to talk good about you.
For once.
I know, right?
for
Were you
whatever.
though? Were you though?
But no, legit. Brock had, we talked for many years about Brock playing professional baseball.
Yeah.
Because he was on a really good track. He would have really had the opportunity to do that. And he asked me one day, we were playing MLB The Show. and you could do like a career thing. And
Yeah.
he said, Dad, what if I were to get picked by the Red Sox? Because I don't like the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I'm a Yankees.
He's a Yankees fan.
Don't say you are too.
No, I'm not. I'm a Braves fan.
You always like the Yankees too. You like the Braves and we're not going to argue about this. Anyway, no, he is a Braves fan, but
I'm a Braves fan.
yeah, he didn't dislike the Yankees.
Are you a Brave fan or are you a Braves fan?
Braves.
Okay, just
fan.
checking.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
To live in my house and be a Red Sox fan, you'd have to be a Brave fan. You know, but I told him, I said, I guess I'd be rocking that B on my hat, but it wouldn't stand for Boston, it'd stand for Brock.
Bingo.
There you go.
There
I
you
got
go.
that. That's smart.
Because I'm going to support my kid wherever he goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
I did tell him if he went to play football at Tennessee Tech and they played the University of Tennessee, I said, you know, I could wear. I said I'll wear a Brock Gann jersey right in the middle of Tennessee orange. I don't mind because you know kids come first, bro. I'm going to support their dream.
Yeah.
If it's at Alabama, ooh, it would hurt. It would hurt bad. And
But you would meet Nick Saban. Like, that'd be kind of cool.
Look, man, if one of my grandkids played at
Best
Alabama,
ever.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. Roll Tide.
I can't say it.
Oh.
Unless I have to. Unless
It's a big one, Elizabeth.
I will never say it, but I'll show up.
Well,
Let's,
anyway.
Let's take a second
Yeah.
and acknowledge our sponsors.
Absolutely.
First
Uh-oh.
off, we want to acknowledge Blackbeard Barbershop, the only barbershop to go
look
to
at that.
here in
Oh, that's
Lebanon,
awesome.
Tennessee. Look at that. There
there's
he is
Daniel.
right there. There's old Daniel right there.
Hey, I
The
went to
only
high school with
barbershop
that
to go
kid.
to. Yeah. And man, that's the spot. Great environment, good cuts, do walk-ins, do appointments, best anywhere as far as we're concerned. And also we are proudly sponsored by Blackbeard Barbershop.
Super cool. Super cool, folks. Super cool.
We also want to give it up to Riggins Construction.
Big
Riggins
Rig!
Construction.
Look at that.
Custom home builder, Lebanon, Tennessee. Quality, integrity. If you're going to spend a chunk of money on something, you want it done right. You want it done right for the long haul. You don't have to worry about things later. Hit them up. Definitely professional as they get. Hit up Big Rig at Riggins Construction.
Great looking house.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
That's on the lake. That's one of his lake houses up in Smithville off of it's overlooking Center Hill. Part of Center Hill or Smithville Lake or whatever it is, Lago or something.
Check them out at RigginsConstructionTN.com. RigginsConstructionTN.com.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you to our sponsors. We love y'all.
All right, stop. Hey, something we love to do right here. Can't do it all the time. We get really, really busy, but we want to take a question from the audience. This question comes to us from Juanita in Mount Juliet. Juanita in Mount Juliet.
Juanita.
What's up, Juanita?
Thank you, babe.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, babe.
Thank you so much. Juanita asked, what should be free but isn't? What should be free but isn't? And
Who's going first?
all right.
Can't go.
I'm going to take Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi. That should be
Yeah.
definitely.
You can't see it.
No.
I mean, auction's free. Wi-Fi's free. Jesus.
Yeah,
Amen,
it's
it's
free.
free.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he
he
gave
paid-
us the
he paid-
gift.
he paid that
it
price.
all. You know what
Well, I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I tell you something. If you told my grandfather 30 years ago, we'd be paying for water.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Earth's
I was
most
drinking out of a
abundant
hose.
resource.
I remember drinking out of a hose. Whatever hose you get a hold of, it don't matter where it came from.
I was
Yeah.
about
We're
to,
not sponsored by them, but I'm drinking some.
I was about to say water was going to be my answer,
Yeah.
but somebody else say something. I think I'm a.
Yeah.
I think that medication
Insulin for sure.
for insulin, I don't know how, and I guess we're not really getting to how it would be funded, right? We're not going to say like,
Yeah.
well, my mother was on dialysis for 14 and a half years.
Yeah.
When Obamacare came in and changed the way that they paid for medication for and age limits and diseases that they covered, the American Kidney Foundation came in and took care of that. But those treatments are thousands of dollars each.
Yeah.
And you do it two or 3 days
times
a week.
for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so, I think healthcare for long-term illnesses or maybe widespread, right? Insulin should be free. Diabetic care should be free.
And I do think here's my thing. I think, and I'm not gonna get too whatever on this, but I do think a lot of times that these places are taken advantage of so much by people that don't need things, that get things, or that these companies that spend pennies on the dollar for this medication because of the going rates want to make a buck. I do think there is such thing as big pharma, definitely. And I hate to be that guy, because I know not everybody agrees with that, but there's certain things in life and certain medications and things, they're just really thinking about themselves, these cancer treatments and things like that, as opposed to really helping people. And it's a hard line, because I am in the medical industry, and so I do understand that even though I'm working with patients every day, that at the end of the day, on paper, it's still a business.
Yeah.
And so like they do this, these doctors do this for a living. They take care of their families. They've been through years and years of school for this thing. So it's got to come from somewhere. But I do know at the same time that there's a lot of instances that these medication things could be a whole lot cheaper or free. And what kills me is they're free for people that aren't. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to get too heavy into
don't need to get into that.
I ain't going to jump over to it, but they're free for people that they shouldn't be free for, and not free for people that have paid in it.
That's right.
So,
And a major shout out to these fundraisers and these charity groups, right here in town. We have Sherry's Hope. That was Sherry's run for years, that takes care of a lot of the cancer bills and things like that for, the people that are suffering with cancer here in Middle Tennessee. I know a very good friend of mine had some of his chemotherapy treatments paid for by that. So
that's awesome.
And there are some really great companies out there, even some that we deal with on a daily basis, that really try to help these patients.
I think eggs should be free.
Eggs, absolutely. So, guys, listen, I hate to say this, but we've come to the end of the road for this show.
Done it again.
But listen, we want you. We need you. Like, subscribe, follow, share, do all those things. Donnie, tell them how they can email us and tell them what's up.
All right. I want to thank you again for listening to us week in and week out here at the Freedom Tour Podcast. Remember, you can reach us at freedomtour836@gmail.com, freedomtour836@gmail.com. Questions, concerns, comments, anything, any suggestions that you feel like we need to do, speak of, any guest, anything like that. You can see us at Freedom Tour Podcast on Instagram, all one word. We do have a site on there. And also week to week, youtube.com/@Freedom Tour Podcast. You can check us out every single episode, every single Tuesday, every single week. We thank you so much. Y'all remember to keep riding.
We may be wrong, but we don't think so.
We are outie.
Cheese stick!
Yeah.